Alrighty YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we are reviewing a Google Home and then the Google Home Nest Mini. First we're going to start with the Nest Mini and then we'll go to the Google Home. The Nest Mini is $68 Canadian new and it is about 20 to 30 on Marketplace used, where the Google Home, which is the big one here, is 135 new and 30 to 50 used. And this is Canadian money, by the way. This Nest Mini here has an 8 to 10 watt driver depending on like the model of your speaker. And then the Google Home, the big one here, has a 10 to 15 watt driver with 2 passive radiators on the side. But we're going to start with this one because it's already plugged in and set up, and then we'll go to this one. Let's go. And the song we are going to use today is going to be So Good by More Plastic. So let's get on with it. And the test we're going to be doing is loudness, bass, quality, overall rating, and then the conclusion, obviously. But let's get on with it. Hey Google, we're going to do half volume and 100% volume for the tests. So let's go. So it's pretty quiet. Now we'll do 100%. Okay, so far with this one, it sounds pretty good. It has good highs, doesn't have much bass, but I mean, it's only a single driver, where with the other Google Home, it has the 2 passive radiators and a bigger woofer in it. But we're going to do a decibel reader testing app through my phone on this and see how loud it gets. And then we'll also do it on the Google Home. So let's try that now. Now we're going to do a decibel test. Let's go. This decibels was 56 and our max was 78 when we were like right beside the speaker, and then the average was 53. So in conclusion, the decibels on there was 53. Now we're gonna go to the other Google. Bass already is way better, but I bet you that's because there's 2 passive radiators and the driver on it is more wattage, so that makes sense. Way deeper bass. Now we'll go up to 100% volume. So the highest we hit on that when it was close up to it was 86, and our average was 65. So this one has better bass, but it does distort a little more than the Nest Mini, but the Nest Mini is pretty warm from that. And this one, you don't feel any warmth. But we're gonna take off the cover now and see. Personally, when I have the cover off, so I can like film it flexing and all that, because it flexes really well, I put the bottom part here, like the grill, I put it like that, and then it stands it up. So between the two of them, so far, the Google Home is winning with 1 point. So we know that it went up to 65 decibels. And I think it might have won a little higher, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That was like our average was 65 decibels on it, and the average on the Nest Mini here was 60. But now off camera here, I'm just gonna find out what the highest was on both of them, so we know which one has a higher volume when I'm like right beside it like this, and then when I'm like back by the camera. Let's find that out now. Okay, so we did a little more testing here. The big Google Home, or the bigger version, the bigger one, whatever you want to call it, it hit 84 decibels at max volume. That was the max decibels it hit. The average was 65 decibels, where the small Google Nest, or the Nest Mini, only hit 72 at max, and it would hit 60 at average. So the Google Home would win the loudness test over the Mini winning the loudness test, but the Mini was a little clearer at some points, as this one would like to distort a little more. It did get louder, but it did distort. But this one has better bass, probably I'd say better quality. This one has lots of highs. If you like highs and you don't like a ton of bass, I'd recommend this one because it has good bass. It doesn't have good bass, but it has good highs. It gets loud enough depending on like the room and environment you're in. Like, say you want to be in like just a living room talking with your family and friends, and you want to have low level music or some jazz playing in the background, whatever you guys want to listen to. I'd say this one would be a little better for the price. If you want, like, it's just not as loud, basically. But if you're like me and you like bass and you don't really listen to music while you talk to people, I'd recommend this one, because around 75% and under, it doesn't distort and it has lots of good bass. Where above, I'd say 75 to 85%, it kind of starts to distort, which most speakers will distort, but that would be the conclusion pretty much. So my overall, for me personally, as I'm a person who likes bass, I would pick the Google Home is over the Nest Mini. And personally, I would recommend, if you were looking for just a better speaker in general, I'd go with the Google Home over the Mini. And if you were buying it used, you don't have to save up much more money. And so they go for about the Google Home goes for about 30 to 50, where the Nest Mini goes for 20 to 30. But if you find a Google Home for I don't know, say you find one for $50, you can lowball the guy, lowball him to 35 or 40, just lowball him a little bit, and you'll get one for the same price you could get one of these for. Or you buy one of these for 20 to 30, and you could lowball them even more and get it for probably, I don't know, 15 to 10, depending on how you lowball and how bad the guy wants to sell the speaker, how long it's been listed for, and whatever. But I'd still recommend saving up the extra few dollars, like the extra $5-10, and just buy the Google Home over the Nest Mini. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe. And the Nest Mini won. Thank you for watching. Mad Dog out.